Well, hello everybody, welcome back along to another episode of the Tenant Farmer. Today, we're having a look over some of the progress we've made in the last few days. We were able to get this field baled and the far field done as well, so we're going well, to be honest. This is in round bales to help replenish our stock over in the cattle sheds. And the square bales in the far ground there and the silage. The silage we're keeping, but the square bales are to be put over into the far storage. And that is going to be for selling at some point there. So we've got one more field around here to cut, and then the meadow field behind these trees. But for now, we're going to leave those be. And yeah, they were only just baled up yesterday, the hay. So we're going to leave it outside. Obviously, the rat bales, they will be fine for a while. But we can leave the hay out here just to sweat a little bit and to dry out completely and lose a bit of temperature from the middle. There was a little bit of rain on one of the days there, unfortunately. So we did... it wasn't ideal when it was baled, but it was better than it could have been. Forecast is overcast, but not going to rain for a while, so a little bit of a breeze. They'll be fine out where they are for now. What we may well do some point later on today, if we have the time to, is actually just stack those square bales up to the 2 or 3 high. But for right now, we're not going to touch them. What we are going to do is head on back over to the buildings, and today is a great day. A day I'm always really excited about. Today is the day that we bring the combine out of the shed. Now why are we going to do this? Because we want to just get it starting up, firing over, ticking through, and hooked onto the header for the first time just to make sure everything is looking good, because we're only about probably 3.5-4 weeks away from needing it. And I want to make sure that over the winter storage there, that the magical pixies haven't done anything and caused any issues there. It should be all good there. We did give it a bit of a service off. We need to tighten some belts back up as they were slackened off over the winter. And then, yeah, we should be good. So first thing I'm going to do is just slowly drive our header trailer out of here. And then we're going to put this out into the main yard there. And then we're going to bring the combine into this little space here, actually, as it goes. And that should give us plenty of space in which to work. Make sure that he doesn't ding that off the side. And yeah, we'll hook the header onto the combine where it is, and that should be good, and plenty for us to be able just to get it running through there. Like I say, it was put away without any issues. You know, we few small little filters and things that we needed to look into changing, but that's all been taken care of over the winter. So now, yeah, it's just good to make sure that we are looking good here when we're fired over, so that when we do come to need it, when the pressure's on, we don't suddenly need to have a new combine or a new fitter come out to have a look at the combine more accurately. Later on today, we are going to go out with the flat lifter. We're going to get a start at least. Now that we've got everything else done, and we'll get some ground, and that we're not going to be coming over with any muck anytime soon. The muck midden over there that you can just see, that is going to get emptied later on in the week, maybe next week, into the fields that have bales in here. So we do need to get on that at some point and get those bales cleared. Contractors coming in to help us spread that one, because frankly, it's just going to be a little bit quicker. And it'll give me a little bit more time to get everything done, which is perfect. But for now, we jump on into the old girl and see how she wants to start. I mean, this is, I guess, a cold start. It's obviously warm outside, but it hasn't been started for a while. I do start it once or twice over the winter just to make sure it ticks over. But anyway, here we go. On the button, listen to it. What an absolute treat this thing is sometimes. It's superb. Alright, so we'll let it tick over for a wee while. We need to come in. There's a few cracks in the wall where the tree branches start to come through, which is less than ideal. We need to get on top of that. But otherwise, yeah, it's not looking too bad. And I think we can just make sure we slowly... Alright, I think... Let's just take our time. I'm gonna put a little bit of lock on here to get out the back there. There's my gate. Always much easier if you've got someone to watch you, which we haven't, so we'll just have to hope that we're going well. We're sounding good behind us there as well. They're in great form at the moment. Hey, look at this. Not my first time. We are straight out. It does just fit under there, though, so that's quite handy. I know, alright. Forward we go. So, we've had this combine across the farm there since, since as long as I can remember. They're from new, I do believe. My father's used it before me, and it's just been a great addition. It really, really has, and it's You know, it means really that we can just tackle our little acreage that we have. When it comes to our arable land, it's not a huge amount there. It'll always fluctuate around the 100 maximum 150 acres mark, but hasn't been that large for a while. But you know, with all the new land that we do have around here, it's always good to have that capability, you know, to do it yourself. Contractors typically, while they will come and help you out there, you know, there's always going to be bigger jobs that they want to get done first, and there's always, you know, larger farmers who need help. So you'll always find yourself towards the bottom of the list when you've only got, you know, 15-20 acres of a certain crop to cut at any time. So that's certainly something that we can control our own destiny with this, and it's great. And I do really like getting out and about and doing it. Like I say, we don't do too much, but it's yeah, it is rather good. Now what I might do is just creep forward. And then we'll square ourselves up a bit better there. Alright then. But there she is, looking just fine in the sunshine here. What a treat, huh? What an absolute treat to get this thing out. Once this, I'm not sure if this will even go back in the shed, to be honest with you. Got a bit of a shuffle around of things to do, but we'll see how we get on. Main aim and priority for now is to get us all hooked up. It's also nice to think that we don't really have to worry about depreciation, financing, repayments, or anything like that, because this would not be a new combine of even this size. Would probably be a cost of a house, really, and we don't really want to have to think about doing that. Alright, so we will just take our time, slowly edge this up here, and we'll get all hooked on up, and we will be good to go. Nice and easy does it. Make sure we don't hit off the wall. Should be plenty narrow enough to get through here. I think it's about 25 or ish foot gap, maybe not quite, but certainly wider than our header here is anyway. So now what we'll do, we've got everything on, we're gonna fire it all up there, take it away, let's see how it cracks on, and then we just want to make sure it's run through. We want to be quite careful when we first do so, to make sure there's nothing rattles or sounds like it's getting jammed or loose or anything like that inside. So we'll turn it on, then knock it off quickly, and then yeah, we'll let it run over and see how it gets on. Alright, so that sounds good. The combine is awoken. The beast has arisen, and listen to it. Perfect. Now, it's all looking and sounding good. I don't think I'll maybe keep that auger in for now. I know it works, but I just don't want to get too close to that, because that would suck. But yeah, all is sounding well and healthy, so I'm happy about that. Fantastic stuff. And yeah, what we need to do really is a few weeks away before we'll be able to get going with this, but now that it's working, I'm happy. It's sounding all good there. We got everything tightened up on the belts and tensioned up as well, so yeah, all is looking good. So with that checkbox done, we can move on. What we will do, like I say, is just get this drop back off here ready to go, and then I don't know where we're going to put the combine for now. If we just put it back in, we can't really put it in the hay shed for now, because well, we're going to be filling that full of hay again soon, so but maybe have to just wait a little while on doing that. But yeah, we're not going to be too far away really, which is quite exciting. So we'll probably do a little bit of a shuffle around before we get into the real depths of bringing all of the bales in there as well, because we've got a few things I want to do around that. But my main aim for today was to my main aim for the day really was just to make sure that it sounds good when it's working, it's ticking over there nicely. So that is fantastic. We'll just sneak this in beside it as well for now, and then we are off in the new Massey to go and take a few boxes, make sure we can start to do a bit of groundwork on some of our new hay ground, just to lift off a bit of compaction. Made the decision that this right now, at least before this cut and the next cut, it's not going to be receiving any muck or slurry on there, so we don't really have to wait, so we can get going with that right away. And I think we will do that, just so we can say that we've got a head start. because I would like to get a little bit of that lifted whilst it's not too wet at all, and you know, we can get in there. All right, well, good job done for the day. Combine's working. I'm happy, and we'll yeah, we'll come back and see how that's looking now. Machine that we haven't really used a great deal of. This is our new flat lifter, really, or sword lifter. We've used this on the small paddock, but we need to start to get it put to use and to improve the quality of some of our ground and the new block of land. So that's exactly what we're going to have a look at. Let's get our beacons on here. And away we go. So we'll drive on over there. We've been over there a few times before, and you well know the way by now. So we will see you when we get there. So we're going to start with the field that had the sinkhole in. And there's a lot, and it's going to be, you can see where the grass hasn't quite grown back as well on the right here, just up next to this fence side of things, really. So that's where we're going to start. We just want to make sure we can get that all knocked down and actually get a decent enough run at things, because yeah, it's just the grass is not in a good condition. There's a lot of compaction, and it's just not coming through as we want it to. So we'll have to tackle that and see what we can do with it, really. So that's the plan. Hopefully run this through here. We might reseed it again if we have to in the autumn there. But for now, we'll just start and see if this makes any difference. Allows the lifts of the ground a bit, takes out some of that compaction, but it doesn't disrupt it too much. It's very much a, as we try and avoid crashing into the pillar, it's very much a minimal disturbance, which is what we want and need here. So we're going to give this a bit of a run, see how we get on. And I think we might just drop it down around about here, but what we can do is fiddle around and get our GPS going as well, because we can definitely use that. Alright, so I think we've got everything set up there. The height should be about right there as well. GPS is set up and we're good to work away. And well, let's see how we get on. GPS is in and we're off. Perfect. Now what's great about this is that you don't really see too much of an impact there. Like I said, there's minimal disturbance, and that's what you want really from this. But what it is doing is just lifting through any of that compaction really in the depths of the pan, really. And we're just going to take this off as we'll hover down this side, but it's just gonna allow that oxygen to get through there, allow better germination of any seeds that are in there, allow better passage of nutrients through, and also lift out that compaction that prevents water drain through it as well. So this should be good. And you can see a little bit of a difference between where we were and where we are now, but this could be a good step to turn this field around. What we are planning to do, as many of you will know, is keep this and put this straight into organic practices. So obviously that would reduce what we can put in terms of inputs there and limit us quite heavily down to some of the slurry and muck that we produce from our livestock. So right now we are going to focus on putting that onto some of the stuff closest to home, and we'll see. But for now, yeah, we'll crack on with this anyway, and we'll see how it goes. But so far, let's just square this edge up here. So far, it doesn't look all that bad, I would say. Alright, so you can see where my GPS line is and where we started, so I got a little bit of filling in there to do, but otherwise I think it's looking okay. This will get us through, this will save us a little bit here. It is going to be a quick practice anyway, but we are going to start just with this bit where it's visible that the compaction is pretty bad. And I think, like I said, this is probably about 4 acres, this should take us a few hours, but we should be good from there. And then, well, then we'll see. Really, we'll see, and we'll have to calculate how much we are burning on diesel here per acre. And see what that works out to in terms of other inputs that we might want to use as well. So we'll have to bit of an experiment, but it could be in the long run. It could be huge for the farming, for the soil infrastructure, and we'll have to just implement this into perhaps a bit more of an annual practice or a rotation, really. But like I say, we'll see how it goes. Let me know if you're doing any sword lifting yourself at the moment there, or what's working with your farm, what you're getting stuck into at the moment for the most part. And keep us posted in the comments down below there. If you have enjoyed this as well, this small update really, as we get things ready for harvest and crack on with recovering from the last harvest. then please do hit that like button, subscribe for more. I have been David. This has been your latest update of the Tenant Farmer. Coming up next week, we'll probably see a bit more from our contractors as they finally come into town, and we'll see what new machines they bring along for the ride too. But until then, thank you very much for watching. As always, I do hope you have enjoyed, and we'll see you all in the next one. Catch you later.